So, I was thinking, this whole topic of abortion coming up in like the South, I don't even know if people in the North or anything is even like hearing about what's going on, but because I live in the South, it's like, they're revisiting the topic of abortion down south in Georgia. I think Georgia gave it up to a certain amount of time for you to be pregnant and to get an abortion. And then Alabama just banned it completely. And I think you get like a life sentence or something like that if you get an abortion. I have my own thoughts about it, but, the Christian, as far as the Bible goes, you're not supposed to do that, and I do consider myself a Christian. But then I sat here and thought to myself, there has to be a place for that somewhere in society, because imagine how much of a better place this world would be if all of the gang stalkers and evil Satanists and all these demonic things, or whatever you want to call them, were aborted. We wouldn't be targeted right now. We wouldn't be being gang stalked right now. We wouldn't have any perpetrators stalking us and following us all over the place right now would we? Oh, that's just a thought. We should be so lucky for all these fake Freemasons or whatever you want to call them, low-level agents, just didn't even make it to see the light of day. If their parents would have just worn protection, or some of them just got flushed, we wouldn't be going through this right now. But that's just a thought. And I know it's not a Christian-like thought, but sometimes I just get frustrated and I don't always think the most positive things. Sometimes I just get really, really angry. And it's hard for me to be loving and caring when these people are trying their best every day to torture me and make my life a living hell. And it's childish as hell. It's childish. Not even. It's just little kid stuff where they stalk you all day. They get ammo on the things you do throughout the day. You're supposed to be doing it in the privacy of your own home. You're supposed to be in the privacy of your own home. And then when you get out in public, they try to regurgitate the thing that you've done in your own house, as if you're supposed to be shocked and appalled or insulted or whatever. So childish. It's very, very childish. To prove what? All of this is to prove what? That you see me? So crazy. But they go out of their way to make our life a living hell and to humiliate us and to embarrass us, to make us feel bad about ourselves. But we gotta remember, it's only one of me. It's just me versus the whole state of Georgia. Oh, and then guess what? When I go to New York, the same thing will happen. And if I go to D.C., the same thing will happen. And if I went to California, the same thing will happen. If I went to Jamaica, the same thing will happen. So it's basically the planet versus me. And these people feel like I'm so much of a threat. I'm so important. I'm so scary that it's going to take the whole planet, Earth, whether it be flat or round or whatever, in order for them to ruin my life. I don't know if I should necessarily feel bad about myself. I'm starting to feel a little important. I'm starting to wonder, what's so great about me? What's so scary about me that you guys are so petrified? That's what I'm starting to wonder.